What happens when your past isn't just a memory, but a virus waiting to consume you? Resident Evil Requiem isn't just another entry in the series, it's a haunting return to form that manages to feel like both a terrifying nightmare and a summer blockbuster. Between a new protagonist who is literally shaken in her boots and the return of a legendary survivor, Capcom has found the balance that might just be the series' new gold standard. We follow Grace Ashcroft, an FBI analyst who is definitely not a super soldier. She's investigating a murder at the very same hotel where her mother was killed years ago. It's personal, it's grounded, and her vulnerability makes the early hours of the game genuinely stressful. Then there's Leon S. Kennedy. He's older, more cynical, and back to the ruins of Raccoon City. Their paths collide in the Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center, a facility that proves some things are better left buried. Along the way we meet Emily, a young blind girl Grace finds in an isolation ward. Their relationship is the emotional heartbeat of this game, and I really love the bond that these two characters share, and it's very emotional. Grace's gameplay is pure survival horror. Since she is not a combat specialist, she relies on the blood collector. This tool is brilliant. You gather infected blood from the environment or fallen enemies and use a laser microscope to solve puzzles and craft essential items like ammo and injectors. It's a resource management game within a game. When the game switches over to Leon, the energy shifts completely. Leon's signature parry is back and better than ever, armed with an indestructible but dull-prone hatchet. You can deflect everything from zombie lunges to incoming projectiles. Nailing a perfect parry staggers enemies for a brutal finisher that is easily some of the most fun I've had in an RE game in years. The pacing in this game is a masterclass, honestly. It starts as a claustrophobic, stealth-heavy horror experience with Grace, and once you switch over to Leon, the scale opens up into a bombastic action fans of Resident Evil 4 will love. But the real magic is in the final arc of the game, where it blends both styles, forcing you to use Grace's careful resource management alongside Leon's high-stakes combat to survive the climax. I just have to talk about the voice acting as well, because Grace's performance is absolute perfection. The way she stutters, her panicked breathing, and her gradual growth into a survivor feels so authentic. It makes the stakes feel real. Resident Evil Requiem is a blast. It respects the legacy of Raccoon City while giving us a fresh, addictive reason to keep coming back. The game is so much fun, it's so replayable, lots of Mr. Raccoon statues to find, and tons of files to read and learn more about the game's lore and story. My first playthrough was about 11.5 hours. I took my time. I did not find every collectible, but I found a good majority of them. That's the thing with Resident Evil games, they're very replayable. Jump into a harder difficulty or an easier one to do a speed run. Lots of replayability. The game is so much fun. The emotional bond Emily and Grace have is just so heartwarming, and I just love it. The characters on this game, the voice acting, they're fantastic. I won't go into spoiler territory, but at the end of the game they introduce some new character, and I feel like he really didn't have a chance to really do anything before, something happens. This game, 10 out of 10, I love it. Definitely my game of the year. Go pick it up if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.